Oh. Hey, Mimi. I hope you can hear me okay? Oh, wonderful. Good. I got a lot going on here. I got 2 different cameras and my microphone and it's a lot to manage. We'll give it a couple of minutes. We're early. I know it's only 4:59, so before I officially get started. How are you doing on this Friday? Oh, good. This is my first true live video, so, you know, be patient with me. Oh, good. I think Friday night's the perfect night to work on cards. Well, it's officially 5 o'clock, so I'll just say welcome, my crafty friends, to Stampin' in the Pines live. Again, like I was just telling Mimi, this is my first true live event, so be patient with me. But I'm going to let's see. I'm looking at my information here, but I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. I'm located here in northern Arizona, or specifically Overguard, Arizona. It's in the White Mountains, but and we have a lot of nice tall pine trees right around our place here. So that's why I named my channel Stampin' in the Pines. I thought it was cute. But anyways, oh, thank you, Mimi. So let's see. Today we're actually going to be using it's newish, I should say. It's in the Stampin' Up mini spring catalog. It's called Easter Lilies. I'm going to turn on my other camera here, hopefully. Hopefully. There we go. Are you able to see? You should see me in a little screen and my desktop here in a big screen. So hopefully. This is all new to me. But we're going to be making these 2 cards tonight, I hope, if it doesn't take too long. And this is using the Easter lilies. Let me grab that set. The Easter lilies stamp and die set. And it's funny, at first I wasn't going to get this set, but then I actually fell in love more so with the dies. The stamps I think could be beautiful too, but I love the sayings, the sentiments, but the dies make these really nice, big, beautiful lily flowers. I just think they're awesome. Actually, it's a very versatile set. You can either cut out the stamps with these kind of dies here. They just cut out the perimeter, or you can actually build an Easter lily flower, which is what we're going to be doing tonight. Um, so yeah. So these are the 2 cards. This one's a little more intense. I think we'll start off with him first, and then if time permits, we can do this somewhat simpler one, but I'll hold him up to the camera there so you can see better. Yeah. There we go. Isn't that cool? I love the way that came out. It's actually it almost looks tropical-y to me, and then this one is more of your pinkish white lilies. I and this actually was more I was thinking of a sympathy card. So, but that you could use this not just for Easter, of course, you could use it for Mother's Day, birthdays, obviously, sympathy, um, Happy Daughter's Day, whatever, right? So, let's go ahead and get started. And I was just seeing if we had any other joiners. I think it's just you and me, Mimi, but let's. We're going to start off with a piece of lemon lolly cardstock. And this is one of their newer colors. It's a very buttery, creamy yellow. I think it's really pretty because I'm actually not a yellow or orange person, to be honest with you. This is actually kind of reaching out of my comfort zone. My comfort zone is pink, purple, blue, more of the cooler tones. But I just thought for spring, Easter, this is just a lovely yellow. It's not overly what. I'm sorry, overly bright. It's just nice, soft yellow, I think. So I'm going to start with a piece with that. And I'm going to grab my trimmer. And I'm going to cut this. So I'm going to turn it to the long side, the 11-inch side. And I'm going to cut it at 5.5 inches. So we're just making the normal A2 card sizes here tonight. And use the darker blade to trim. And that cutting one piece of cardstock makes two actually card bases. And then I'm actually going to take one piece and turn it to the, I think that would be the 8.5 inch. Yeah, 8.5 inch side. And we're going to score it at 4.25 inch. So you use the lighter gray to score. And then that should, I'm going to bring it up real close. Hopefully you'd be able to see it. Probably a little hard. Makes a little score line there for you. And that way you can fold it easily and give it a nice crease. And we can use our bone folder to just make sure it's real nice and tight there. Okay. And we're going to actually do the same with thick basic white cardstock. So I'm going to do the exact same thing. Cut it at 5.5. And score one piece at 4.25. There we go. Come on. Fold that. And burn it. This is called burnishing. I don't know why. I have a hard time remembering that word. So there, we have two bases. I'll set my trimmer aside for now. And so to start making our flowers, I'm going to cut out, I'm going to show you how I'm going to die cut. So I'm actually going to die cut the first, it's actually 3. So let me show you the card again. Where did I put that? So we're actually die cutting 3 of the lilies out to make this card. And I'm using, again, lemon lolly, which is what our base was, to as a base for these flowers. That way, it's kind of a cheater method when you're ink blending these die cuts, is to, instead of just using pure white, start off with your lightest color in the cardstock. That way you get to skip a step. You just start off with that, and then you can do your shadow layers. So which I'll tell you each color that we're using to darken it up. And even the leaves are also going to use as lemon lolly. Yellow makes a great base for all those things. So let me grab my die cutting machine. It's a big mama. I'm gonna push my microphone off to the side just a little bit here. Hopefully you can, I'm gonna actually adjust my camera here. That way you can see, there, what I'm doing. There we go. Hopefully that works okay. Push this off. There we go. There, okay. And we're gonna die cut our flowers and leaves here. So, show you what I'm doing. Here's my base, right? And I'll put a clear plate off to the side. Here's my lemon lolly piece. Set that on top here, and then I'm going to put all the flower cutting dies on top of there. So, and how you tell what a flower is, it'll have like little grooves in it to make the patterns, versus the other dies will just be like an outline, like this one. So I don't want these ones. I want the detail ones. And I'm gonna cut all these out of the lemon lolly cardstock. And even the stem, everything. Just about. I'm also this technically this one here is an outline of a stamped image, but I'm going to use that in the background and I'll show you how. Put that down. Put this to the side. Okay, put my clear plate on top. Oh, hope they don't. You can tape them down with a really low tack tape to prevent them from scooting around. Just so you know. But since I'm not cutting out a stamped image, really, I'm just cutting out the paper. So it's fine if they kind of move around a little bit. So I'm gonna run this through. And I always like to go backwards just to make sure. And put this off to the side for now. I really do love that new die cutting machine. It's so smooth. And we're gonna have, oh, let me get this in the camera, sorry. Hey TJ, how are you? Happy Friday. Thank you for joining. Use my little pokey tool. Sorry, I need to get the camera more so you guys can see what I'm doing, or I need to get in the camera more. There. Sometimes your dies will the paper will get stuck in there, so I just use, this is the pick. It's a pokey tool. It's a take your pick is what it's called, and the reason being it's called take your pick is there's many different attachments. So you got kind of a spatula looking deal here, which is helpful also for getting dies off your base there, or you got one that's just a pure pokey tool there. Yeah. Kind of a weird looking layer, but you'll see. There's this one. And pop that up. This one. Come on. There we go. All right. All my dies off. Luckily for you guys, I actually pre-cut a lot of these. I just wanted to show you me cutting one set of flowers, but I have the rest of them pre-cut. All right. That's out of the way. Right. So, again, I'll show the card again. That way you guys can, for those that just joined, this is the card we're going to be making. So it's actually got three of the, it's very detailed, but it actually not too bad. Lilies. Sorry. Thank you. I don't know why I'm having trouble with that one. Okay. So, and this is, again, the cardstock for those just joining. I'm using Lemon Lolly as my base, and we're going to brush some ink on these little pieces. So these are my leaves. And I'll bring out my, oh, I forgot to do the other leaf. That's okay. These. I'll actually set my leaves off to the side right now. We'll do the flowers first. Okay. Okay, there's that. Oh, there's one of my puppies barking. All right. We're going to start off with Daffodil Delight. So it's not too it's a little deeper and brighter than Lemon Lolly. So let me get my brush here. And these are the mini Stampin' Up brush blending brushes. They're really great for little detail things like this. So, and I personally, I don't wash them. I just use a baby wipe to clean them off. That way I can use different yellows on one, and it actually works out pretty good. So these are, because I think these blending brushes, I love them, but they're impossible to wash. So anyway, I'm gonna take my Daffodil Delight and get a good amount on there. And I'm just gonna brush the edges here of my first set of flowers. Anyone have any big weekend plans? Yeah, I'm just gonna be. I think I'm gonna be cleaning this weekend. That's the extent of it. Oh, that's cool. Is it gonna be nice weather down in the valley? I hear it's like 60 is the high, so it's beautiful. It's definitely cold in the morning, but so there's our Daffodil Delight. And this may look a little harsh at first, but once we layer it up, it'll be beautiful, trust me. So, okay, and then we're gonna move on. I was gonna use crushed curry, but I think I'm just gonna go straight to the orange or pumpkin pie on the next one. Oh, 70s, that'll be perfect. This is so funny. Doing a live, I'm like, where do I look? Okay, pumpkin pie. A little more of an intense. Definitely, we're gonna brush the edges there again. Definitely a brighter orange color. Color I love to use in the fall a lot, but actually in this instance, it works pretty good. Just the edges. Don't Doesn't have to be perfect. We're not looking for perfect here. Just kind of like wiggle. You're just wiggling the brush back and forth along the very border. And I really like that. I think this is Tim Holtz, to be honest. It's not Stampin' Up. It's a sticky mat that goes on your glass mat, and it's nice because it's just tacky enough to where it holds my dies. Oh, thank you, TJ. Um, Holds my dies in place so that they're not moving around like crazy, but they're not, stuck down too bad. So I just kind of like brush the ink on there. There we go, like that. Okay. And then the last color for our flowers is going to be Poppy Parade. So we're definitely getting more, that's more of an orangish red than an orange. I'd say pumpkin pie is definitely orange. Daffodil Delight, sorry, is a true yellow. And then I'm getting the camera more here. Poppy Parade is getting into the red more, but. So, and again, I'm just using a baby wipe to clean my brush in between. It's working great. This one's definitely going to be, I might actually go into the flower a little more since it is such a contrast with the reddish color. Just a little bit more light. I'll go kind of light and then darker on the edges. Lighten my brush stroke there. There we go. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Okay. I'm gonna lightly bring that back in there just a little bit. Okay. Oh, okay. Hey, Laura. There. Okay. Wait, come back in. The edge. I just want to look. Okay, there we go. There's our 3 set of flower dies. I'm gonna let those dry for a bit, and we'll work on the leaves next. And I will use, yeah. So I'm gonna use this brush for my yellows and oranges. I'll switch to a different one for my greens. This off to the side. All right. And for my green, I'm using 3 different greens. I don't know if we really need to use 3 different greens, but I'm using Lemon Lime Twist, Granny Apple, and Shaded Spruce. Let me wipe this off just to make sure that I'm not transferring a darker green on. That's the thing. You're going, like, start off with Lemon Lime Twist, and I know I don't have another color on here, and I go up to, I don't need to clean it so much in between. As long as you're going from light to dark, you don't need to worry about, cleaning. But since I think the last color I used on it would be a dark color, then I do need to clean it off so I don't get the darker color and the light color, if that makes that makes sense. I'm gonna set these off to the side and let them dry just a bit before we start assembling those. Ink come off that. Yes, it does. Again, a baby wipe. I actually was gonna do that before I put the leaves on here. You can see, yeah, you can see the stains there. And well, it doesn't seem to stain either because I've done this before, so I'll just wipe this off. I might have to use a couple wipes, but that's okay. You could also use a spray and a terry cloth towel or something. Let it dry for just a second. Yeah, I'm really digging this. Again, this is Tim Holtz. It's a let me see what it is. Media grip mat. And it grips to a stained glass or a stained glass, a glass mat. But then your cardstock sticks to there. So it's really nice for stencils, I would think too. So this is actually the first time I started using this for this card, and I'm really liking that. It's not super sticky, just tacky enough, to keep the dies cuts in place. I'm gonna get my leaves on here. And my little stem. Go. Another one. Actually, I'm using 3 of everything tonight, so I might need to cut out. Well, yeah, that's okay. We can cheat a little bit. I didn't have. I'm missing a third set here. That's okay. I'm gonna bring out some white I cut out. Excuse me. There we go. All right, I'm going to bring out Lemon Lime Twist first. And to open these, because it doesn't hurt to go, these are the newer ones. So where you think you're going to open, you can open here, but it can be kind of hard when you got nails. A little bit easier method is to actually squeeze from the opposite end and then pops that other end out. Open it up like that. I just find that that's easier when I have nails. I'm gonna go ahead and do all 3 of them right now. Go. Okay, cool. Start off with the lemon lime twist. Yeah. I'm gonna, since this is my lightest color, I'm just gonna go crazy with this one. I'm just gonna go all over, pretty much. Maybe leave a little bit. Doing the very ends of these stems. Brush, brush, brush. Circular motion. Go. Get these over here too. Since this one is white, I'm just going to go over the whole thing. Anyone have any questions or anything fun to share while you're watching me brush this on? I know TJ's going to a volleyball game this weekend. Oh, let's see. Brush this all over. Just the tip of this guy. Okay, cool. Now we can go into our medium tone, which is the Granny Apple. Just gonna go ahead and we're just gonna kind of do like maybe half of the leaves. I might actually touch on these a little bit. Halfway in, I'd say maybe, or a third, whatever your preference is. And these are going to be in the background, so you definitely don't have to worry about perfectly brushing these. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. I don't brush usually directly on unless I'm trying to color the whole thing because you'll see the brush marks. Not that, again, these are going to be covered up by the flowers for the most part, but I kind of just wiggle the color in from the edge, from whatever my platform is here. There we go. This one's a little, I might go back with the lighter one on that one. Kind of just soften that out. It's a little harsh. Come back in. There we go. All right. Now for my darkest color, Shaded Spruce. This is just going to give it that pop of really deep green on the, just doing the edges of this. I mean, really, you wouldn't need to do 3 different colors. You know me, I like the people that are on here for the most part know me. I'm kind of go a little crazy sometimes. My classes sometimes are 4 to 5 hours. Oh well. Just the very tip here. Just the tip. Helps if you just whisper when you're doing it. All right. There we go. Okay. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Wipe that off. Let these dry. And let's put them up here. Actually, I am going to stamp the big leaf there. I don't know that I need to, but let me wipe this down. Go. Cool. Cool, cool. How many people do we have? We have 4. Okay. All right. Close my lids here. Oops. Yes. That's the only thing about ink blending. I don't know how you do it without your hands looking like that. It comes with the territory. Part of the fun. Part of the fun. Actually, I can grab a baby wipe and at least take off some of that. Hopefully my nails don't get stained. There we go. Okay. Oh, I think oh, yes. I'm going to take this. Now this is, I'm going to go over this one more time. I see a little bit of ink still hanging around there. So this is our Pierce mat is what it's called, Stampin' Up. And it's great for when you're stamping with clear stamps. It just helps give an impression. I need to stand more over here. Helps give an impression better when you're for the first stamp. Whereas if you're using our other stamps are called cling stamps, so they're like a red rubber stamp. You don't technically need this for that, but for the clear, I highly recommend getting this using some kind of a foam backing to help you. I'm gonna grab these leaves here. And come on. And oh, there you go. Because this technically the dies I'm using are like I was explaining when I just had Mimi on. They're the detail, so they actually build the flower, the lily. These are the leaves. Whereas these dies that I used for this big leaf are just they're actually just cutting out this stamped image. So that's why I'm going to come back in and stamp these. Where the other ones I don't have to stamp them because they already have the lines in them. And I'm just going to use probably my darkest shaded spruce. Tap, tap, tap. You don't need to. You shouldn't need to press too hard unless it's really dry. But line that up. Press it on there. Leave it a little bit. There we go. Cool. Beautiful. Let's do the second one. I'm just going to kind of line it up as best I can. Press slow. Good. Hey, Monique. Happy Friday. There we go. And my third one. Press. Press. The other thing you can use, like if you have arthritis or whatnot, with especially with the bigger stamps, is you can. This is called the Stampin' Bug. Isn't that adorable? I'll put a link in my video afterwards to these things. So this is so you can help you press this down without having to use your fingers. I use it a lot with my Misty. Go. All right. And then I need to cut a couple layers of white that I'm going to pop up on my card bases. So let me get my trimmer again and another piece of basic white cardstock. And trim out some layers here. So let's see, we'll trim, I'll do a 1/4 of an inch border. So we'll trim it at 5 1/4. I'm going to do four different layers here. So another 5 1/4. Leaves a little piece. And we're going to go 4. 5 1/4 by 4 for our layer. Over here. 4. And I think this should be 5 1/4, right? Yeah. Okay, just double checking. Okay. And there we go. There we are. Cool. Okay. Because I'm going to adhere these layers on the top with dimensionals, I want to stamp my sentiment first. I've done, I can't tell you how many times I've popped it up with dimensionals and then, oh, thanks, Becky. Hello, happy Friday. I put the dimensionals on and then I need to put my sentiment on it. It doesn't quite come out real good. So, in fact, I'll show you an example. So this one, I did that very thing. I did He Is Risen, but I did it after after I popped it up. So then there's a little bit of a double stamp there, but actually looks pretty cool, I think. So it's a mistake, but actually came out. I actually like it. Let's take my Pierce mat again here, and we're going to stamp some sentiments. So I'm going to do He Is Risen for the Easter card, and then the other card is going to be a sympathy card. So I'm going to do You're in My Thoughts, and that is from, so the He Is Risen is from the Easter Lily stamp set that I showed earlier, and then the You're in My Thoughts is from the Softly Sophisticated stamp set. And this is actually a freebie if you spend 100 or more, a celebration item, just so you know. And it comes with oh shoot, I think it's dies. I forget. It comes with something. I'll have to look that up. So let's do He Is Risen. And I'm going to do that in VersaFine. Sorry, I need to get it over here. VersaFine black ink. And the reason, so there's Memento, you could use Memento. Memento would be fine. But VersaFine gives you that really intense black color. It's really nice for sentiments like this. I wouldn't recommend it for coloring with alcohol markers because it'll actually bleed into yours. Risen, I'm just gonna do it in the corner there. Hopefully I get a good impression. Perfect. Perfect. Beautiful. Okay. There's that one. And then we'll do You're in My Thoughts on this one. Tap, tap, tap. Maybe I'll get my Stampin' Bug. I don't want to cause a, there we go. Beautiful. That away. Dry a little bit. Okay. This one I actually did do a little bit of a background. So there is on this Easter Lily stamp set, there is a let me bring it into the camera here. There's like it's like a pattern background there. So I just stamped that in Daffodil Delight on the card a little bit, just to create a little, instead of just it being white. All right, where is my Daffodil Delight? Here it is. There we go. And I'm just gonna just kind of around the border, because we're not going to see the middle. We're going to have those 3 flowers, so I'm not going to worry too much about what's going on in there. Just kind of turn it each stamp you do, that way it doesn't repeat. Maybe here off the edge a little bit. Yeah, I like that. I think that's good. I won't do any more. Okay. And now for I'm actually going to glue these guys on first. So they're going to kind of meet in the middle like this. So, well, actually, no, wait, I take that back. I'm going to pop this layer on first. So I'm going to grab my dimensionals and pop this up. You'll see what I mean. If I can find them. Right here. We're just going to do that on the whole back of the card. So I want to pop that whole layer up. You don't have to. I mean, you could just glue this straight down. It just adds some depth. If you're worried about postage, maybe I would skip the step and just glue this layer down, since we've got 3 flowers going on here. Okay. And you can take your pokey tool and pick up the other little. So these are stickies. They're stickies on both sides. You just have to peel off the other layer once you stick them down. Come on. See, it didn't grab that one. This one. Yeah, there we go. And now we can stick this guy down. Then my head's not in the way too much. It might be. There we go. Cool. All right. I can actually go ahead and do the same thing with my white card. So you're in my thoughts. You could, I mean, when you're gluing on a whole layer like this, you could use, oh, what's that? It's foam tape to make it a little speedier. I just have these handy. These are great for popping up little, like the flowers, if you wanted to pop those up too. But you'll see those actually have a lot of dimension already built in, so you really don't need to. Trying to pick these all up. Hey, Sherry. Happy Friday. My friend Sherry here, she's been doing tap dancing classes, and that is one of the hardest dancing routines to learn. Great exercise. So I'm so proud of her. Hey, Nikki. Pop that puppy down. Okay, so we have our 2 card bases. The sympathy one and the Easter one. So for the sympathy one, I'm going to actually skip around a little bit. I'm going to take Bubble Bath and a regular size ink brush. Get a good amount on there and just lightly in the very center, just create a little shadow for our flowers. Just, again, it doesn't have to be perfect. Our flowers are going to be on top of it. So it's not all white, white, white. Just to give some interest in the background. There we go. There we go. Bubble baths are real nice, soft, pink. It's a newer color as well. There we go. It looks kind of smudgy right now, but it'll even out as it sits. And then again, we're going to have our flowers on there, so we don't have to worry about too much. So for this one, I'm going to start assembling my flowers here. I'm going to start, oh, no, wait, we're going to glue these guys down first. So just take some liquid glue. Okay. And we're going to glue these guys. We don't need a ton. I'm probably putting too much as it is, but that's okay. Kind of like this here. Another one. Oh, Becky, no, I just use baby wipes. I just rub them against a baby wipe. You don't need to wash them. They're almost impossible to wash. Really. Yeah. I try to when I use a brush, I try to designate like okay, this is my yellows and orange brush, and then this is my pink and red, and I wouldn't like change the color drastically. Go to a different color family. This one down. This one down here. And my third. Oh, sorry, not in the camera. There we go. This one will go kind of like right here. And then for our other leaves, I actually took a bone folder. Where are you? That's the thing about crafting. I think you spend 2/3 of the time just looking for stuff. So I'm actually gonna flip this to the non-inked side and just kind of like ribbon curl it. Like so. So it just kind of has, actually, I'm gonna go the other way on these. Go the other way. They flip up at the end a little bit, just to add a little dimension to them, Same with this. It's like you're curling ribbon. I did that one already. Let me do. Got a bunch of leaves going on here. Go. And the same thing with the flowers. I am going to curl them this way. They're going away from me. See that? Take the edge and go with my finger. even the little, same with my orange. And for those that just joined, this is Lemon Lolly cardstock that I've cut and then ink brushed various colors to shade it. So that way I didn't have to start off with white. To start kind of a nice cheater method. Curl, curl, curl. One more. Okay, I'm looking at my example over to the right here. Okay, now we're going to glue. And I think, yeah, I did that like that. And then this one goes here. Yep. Yep. That's how I did it. Okay. Blob of glue. In the center. The flower. Hold that down for a little bit. And then we'll take our stem. A little bit on the end there. And just kind of. Just a little bit. And then this guy goes here. Cover up the stem a little bit. There we go. And I'll let him set. I'll do the other ones while I'm letting him set. So glue the center. Get those out of the way. And where did my... They are hiding. I might actually pick that up. Go. Go. All right, our third flower. And glue the stem. Glue that down. All right. Ooh, moving on me a little bit. Okay. And then I'm going to do a few of the leaves here. Let's see. I'm putting on a lot of glue because since these I've curled them and stuff, they might move around on me. So I'm going to let them stick out just a little bit from the card. And it's okay if I did extra glue because we're going to have flowers on top of there. So put one here. Might have to trim him off, but that's okay. You get the idea. The leaves are like acting like our base. The flowers. And this one. And one more leaf. One more leaf. Never have too many. Okay. Maybe I'll do him right there. And then my lightest flower I had pointing down. I'm going to glue the center and the edges there. I'm putting a lot of glue, I know, but yeah, he's going to go right here. We actually might have to put a block down to hold this down just for a little bit. so that it adheres. Get this glue. And he's going to go over here. Kind of like there. Yeah. And then, yeah, I'm going to have to put a block down because these are going to want to bounce. Okay, and then I'm gonna like him right there. Yeah, so I'll just take him and hold that down for a bit. And then our second card should be much quicker, I think. This one, we're just going to do a couple flowers. And they're going to be the same color. So just where's that little piece? That little piece. There it is. Okay. And I'm going to take Melon Mambo on this one. And I might have make sure that this is, I think this had Poppy Parade on it, so I don't want Poppy Parade since it is orange. I don't want to get on that. Okay. So, oh, thank you, Becky. Thanks, Mimi. Okay, I'm just going to just brush the very center of the flower. Instead of, last time we were going on the outside perimeter, this time we're going on the inside. Because I think lilies go either way. I'm not a lily expert, but any stretch. There we go. Okay. So this one's got more of a contrast going on. Just kind of, okay, there. All right. And then glue these together. Well, might have to let them dry a little bit before we proceed to the next step. Meanwhile, I can close him. Hopefully, maybe this is turned down. Oh, there's our Easter card. Isn't that beautiful? And we did it in about an hour. That's actually pretty good for me. Set these off to the side. And we're going to do some, oh, what's it called? Splatter. We're going to do some splatter. I know not everybody is into it, but I think that, lilies, they have that pollen that goes everywhere. I think it's got to be done. So we're going to go, no, don't do it. But I have to do it. So I'm just going to put some ink down here. This is early espresso. Straight up ink. Because I want them to be thick. And I like to use a fan brush for my splatter. So hopefully I got enough on here. You want to get a lot, and you're just going to take your finger and I might have to do a little more. Normally I wouldn't do straight up ink. I do something. Might have to mix some water with this. I think I might have to mix some water. Let's get some water. Let's get some water going. It's just not moving around enough. Let's try that. There we go. There we go. Ooh, love it. Love that. That's cool. I like to do the splatter. I think it's fun. No, I think it's fun. Thank you, Sherry. Thank you, Becky. Wipe this up. So yeah, note you need a little water going on, otherwise the ink's just not going to move. I think it dries so quickly. That's why. So get this off my hands. All right. Some people to prevent the ink from going everywhere. And I have a white, it's gonna. I already have to repaint it, so I'm not worried about it. But a lot of people will save like a box from Amazon, and they'll do their tapping in there. So you're just taking your brush and you're tapping it with your finger to give it that little speckles. It's almost like little what are those little people use for dots or enamel dots. It's kind of like little mini ones. That's what I like about it. But it does get messy. All right, let's glue together the other little flowers. Set this off to the side. Ooh, a little bit much there, but that's okay. Just very lightly put that on there. And I need a stem. I need a stem. Almost forgot to brush those on. Oop. Come on. Where is the glue? Glue this one down. I'm not curling these. I could have. I just wanted to make this a little quicker for you. There we go. Do the other flower. Good glue dot in the center there. And take my brush that already has the green on it. Cheat a little bit. Glue this down. Glue this side down. I think they should have a guide with these flowers. I'll be honest with you. The three-dimensional flowers like this, because sometimes it's not always real apparent. Like how do you put these together? All right, these are gonna. I am just gonna do a few of the leaves. Oop, I'm not in the picture, am I? Sorry. Okay, get over here. Okay. And for you that weren't here earlier, I brushed some bubble bath ink in the center just to create some interest. So it wasn't just stark white. Oh. There we go. Okay. Put this guy down. About there. flower. Just doing a couple. Just I'm putting a lot of glue because there is a lot of texture with this, and you know, might not glue down very well if you don't. There we go. There's the one, and here's our other. Yeah, yeah, that's pretty. Very pretty. I like that. And here it comes. Let me get my Blackberry Bliss ink here. We're gonna do some splatter again. Oh yeah. Little ink, little water. Goober your brush up. And oh yeah, there we go. Cool. Love it. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for joining me. Be sure to leave a comment if you have any suggestions. Give me a thumbs up, what have you. But appreciate you taking the time and with me this Friday and for my first live. So thank you for being patient with me. I'll see you all very soon. Thank you.